Yeah, definitely the first song I ever heard was Sweet Avenue, which is the last song on the first record. The singer is the singer of Jawbreaker, Blake Schwarzenbach. So he left. Jawbreaker disbanded after they put out their major label debut, which by all accounts was like a failure, I guess. I mean, the record, it's their best record, and I think their most successful, but by major label standards, it did not go well. Though they were influential to bands like Nirvana. Kurt Cobain is famously like can be seen multiple occasions wearing Jawbreaker shirts. Um, so he went on to start something more of like a indie rock band, which was Jets to Brazil. And I heard Sweet Avenue by accident. Um, this girl I was dating, I was a freshman year. This girl I was dating, um, she had broken up with me and gotten together with a different kid. And he gave her this CD and he circled the last song on the record. And she ended up breaking up with him and then getting back with me. And she's like, I don't want this anymore. And I was like, well, let me, Just Brazil. I've heard of it. Like, let me take this. And I listened to it. And I don't know. I listened to that song because I was like, oh, he circled this. So I listened to it and I was like, this is awesome. Um, I sort of just fell in love with the song, and the lyrics is really what got to me. I was in high school, early high school, when they really were going and still releasing records and touring, and I just never had a chance to get it. So um, I'm hoping at some point I'll be first in line to see Jets Brazil play because I always get asked what my favorite song is, and it's Sweet Avenue, and what my favorite record is. It's that record, which is Orange Rhyming Dictionary. Um, Mostly because it it had such a huge impact on my own art, and because I still can listen to it now and be like moved by it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was super important to me. Thinking about what I'd talk about, I could talk about MXPX, I could talk about Blink, I could talk about Bad Religion, No Effects, but I can't necessarily listen to all of that now and formulate it to being like a 38-year-old person. But I can listen to Orange Rhyming Dictionary and still like really value what not only the musicianship but what he's saying. Yeah, I mean a lot of like one-off lyrics I've taken like creative license with, like I've borrowed. I've named an EP after it. I've referenced it in songs. I mean, my style of guitar playing that I personally use is very like a lot of single notey, more just staccato style playing, which is a lot of what Jets Brazil is. A lot of the guitar tones super influenced by lyrically. I mean, the way in which he uses imagery and metaphors that are completely original was just always something that stuck with me that I always wanted to emulate. And his voice too. His voice is very like not good. All my favorite singers are bad singers, and I mean bad in the way that like they would not win The Voice, they would not win American Idol. If you asked them to sing anyone else's songs, it just wouldn't be pleasing. But when they sing their own songs, there's like a honesty and um, a purity to it that I really valued in his ability to sort of echo that in my own singing. Really not allow me to have the confidence to sing. And I'm not the greatest singer, but I think what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to put forth is honest. And I think he gave me a lot of confidence continually still. Like I always reference like like what is it about him that I love so much? And I try to remind myself, that that might be what people love about me, or I hope. Um, I'm heavily influenced by them, and not just from like a sonic um, perspective, but in the way that they approach being musicians. Yeah. So for me, it goes Orange Rhyming Dictionary, and then two is Perfecting Loneliness, and then three is Four Cornered Night. Um, they only have three. I've it's there's something about liking a band that existed for such a short period of time. It reminds me not of the Smiths. Um, they really only existed for like 5 years, not even really. Um, but they have this history, and this like what they did in that time was very impactful for me. Um, but yeah, my favorite is the first one they did. I felt it was the one that I encountered first, and the one that I just continually go back to, because I think the songwriting and the overall way that the record was put together, and what he's talking about, is a very depressing record. It's a very sad record, um, but it's like the record that I used to listen to late at night. That was like my thing with that record, is I would always listen to it in the dead of night, and it always felt like that's what it was meant for. Um, the other records I like, but they didn't define me in the way that this one, the Orange Rhyming Dictionary, did.